Welcome to Jacksonville, Florida. Today is see who will walk out as champion of the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Virginia Cavaliers, taking on a team from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Tigers offense will get the first possession of the game. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They go right back to him. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. The sure hands, it's Coleman. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. So Virginia's offense will get the ball for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Back to throw, it's Morris. Got a man, it's Harris. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, goes and gets a first down.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Rides the back on the option to give. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And the Cavaliers will punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive. Turning it on! Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Finds his big tight end. Chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
So Missouri will have to punt it away. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Dropping back, it's Morris. Right down the middle. He makes the catch. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Harris. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Man, these wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but man, it keeps that DB off balance.
He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Cavaliers line up to punt it away. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Makes the catch. It's Coleman. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Gets rid of it. Fires to the big fella. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Looking for a crease. It's Hardy. He'll be brought down, but it'll move the chains for Mizzou.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Quick completion on the out. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. The Tigers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Here's the pressure. Lets it fly. Caught over the middle. It's Mandy. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Quarterbacks get all the credit, rightfully so. They're the guys taking the snap every play. But my goodness, that dude could have run a 40-yard dash back there in the pocket before he had to throw a stripe for a completion.
Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Got it behind the line. It's Coleman. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Got some room in under the goal line. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
It's such a good sign for your offense when your quarterback is this dialed in early in the game, right? On the RPO, wanted to throw it, nobody open, so he takes off running it himself and gets a big gainer. If I'm the coordinator and play caller, I'm finding more ways to get this guy running the football and keep this defense on their heels.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the 2nd quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Missouri!
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Morris. Under fire. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. On the move, he fires. Snagged in the middle, it's Coleman. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Finds his big tight end. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the 1st down at the 31.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Hardy. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Slings it downfield. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. It's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. So after getting into the end zone in that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Back to throw, it's Morris. This is breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that
one. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. That's reeled in. It's Harris. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. They'll run the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And the Cavaliers look to keep this drive humming. Wants to keep it in the air. Safe completion on the screen. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making them.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Looking to throw, it's Morris. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
The give to the tailback. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach, watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. And that's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're able to find a way to start running it. So if you can't do it with your running backs, you got to think about QB runs, jet sweeps. You got to find ways to have balance and be able to get it done on the ground.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. He splits the uprights. Now the lead is down to 11.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. The short hands, it's Coleman. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Complete to the right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Got a man in the middle. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete to the right. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Some misdirection with the counter. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Really nice 1st down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go to the ground. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. He's got it and still on his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range. It's 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
On 1st and goal, Missouri will try to strike Pater. They'll try to get it in with the run. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. this is a big moment for this offense. You keep the ball this long, you have to finish the deal. 3rd and goal. Oh, they're after him. Trying to bowl his way in. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out. It's Courtney. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Off play action on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Cavaliers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Catch in the middle, it's Courtney. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Cavaliers send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. On his way back from the 20. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
The quarterback's lucky on that play because when you miss slant throws behind, if the defense is in zone coverage, there might be a defender standing right there willing to take that ball and return it for a touchdown.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Throws to the wideout. Had it right in his hands in the middle of the field, and it trickled to the ground. It'll be 4th down.
Well, it's 3rd and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on 4th down.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Quarterback on the keeper. Slithers into space. Keeps it himself and gets to 1st. There he goes! Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
You know, it's so unique to find quarterbacks that have these types of moves in the open field. You oftentimes find guys that can run very quickly straight line, but how about the shiftiness of this quarterback and the ability to make people miss? That's impressive.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Back to pass, it's Morris. He's got it on the move. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're looking to throw on second and short. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third and goal, they'll throw it. And that one's way too far for everybody.
Man, that's really good defense because I tell you what, the way they've ran the football on this drive, I thought they were going to run it again, but they stayed disciplined, played the pass, kind of surprised me a little bit that they threw the football, but great third down defense.
On fourth down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. Never a doubt. It's our forced to settle for the field goal.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. No tricks here. Looks as if they'll just run it out and take that lead into halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, in a season filled with magical moments, even more here today in this Gator Bowl. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Gator Bowl.
Missouri will kick it off to open this second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, David, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and when you get that shouting and you get the quarreling amongst each other, you get some motivation. You need something good to happen early. This first possession, get the football, go make something happen, create some momentum.
To throw, it's Morris. Catch in the middle, it's Ennis. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Ennis. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Second down, he'll throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
Gonna look downfield again. Under fire. He'll pull it down. Turning it on. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking downfield, it's Morris. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
And the QB just makes it look easy. Drop back, surveys the field, makes the correct decision, throws the ball where his receiver can catch it, doesn't put it in harm's way. That's a really good quarterback making it look easy.
The Cavaliers are threatening on first and goal. Gets it out quickly. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Motion from the wide receiver. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And we're seeing a bit of the bend-don't-break attitude by the defense now. Obviously, they've given up some plays to allow the offense to get down in the situation. But with their backs against the wall, this is the best we've seen this defense play. They're having none of this running game down on the goal line.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Looking for the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers! They just took the air out of that thing, and that might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So an 82-yard drive there, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Grab behind the line. It's Hardy. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. Got his man. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
He uncorks one deep and is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to throw again. Grabbed behind the line, it's Hardy. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
So Missouri will have to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. Pocket breaking down.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
They go to the ground. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. To the air, it's Morris. Grabbed over the middle, it's Courtney. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. A little screen to the running back.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
And the Cavaliers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking down the middle. Got a man. It's Courtney. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
The Cavaliers are moving quickly down the field. They run the reverse. Couldn't find any room at all, and he'll lose 7 on the play.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections, but the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead, and a lot of times for a loss, and put the offense in a bind.
And the Cavaliers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Looking for a man, it's Morris. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They've been great on 3rd down. Now to finish the deal on 1st and goal. Go straight ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Virginia!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
They got the touchdown, but now they want the 2 to tie this baby up. Takes a snap, wants to throw. He makes the grab for the 2 and ties the game. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Manning. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. With the catch, it's Manning. The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on during the second half. And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Missouri has it ready to go with another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's caught, it's Coleman. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
Here comes comes the heat. Grabbed in the middle. It's Manning. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Missouri really moving on offense, set up with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Harris. Never gives anyone a clean shot at him. He's down to the 34.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Quickly complete. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down. At the end of 3, and we've got a chance to have a postseason classic on our hands. Let's take a look at the stats so far. Time to see who's going to head into the offseason with a big W as we start the final period. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. The give to the left. Breaks it. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, what a nice touchdown run. This is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So a drive there of 84 yards, and the house call coming on the run from the 23. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's... Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Cavaliers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. He'll pull it on the read. It's a fumble. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
Man, this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Morris. Rushes on him. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that third down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
Looking for a push on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Looking for space. It's Hardy. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed, to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it.
Oh, he's got some space. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
All right, this offense just keeps trying to pound the ball into the end zone down tight, but the defense, they're very, very physical. So I think you got to think about either a perimeter run, a potential run-pass option, or let your quarterback try to go make a play throw.
They're going to throw it on third and goal. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they stay on target with the extra point of 35-21. So they move the ball 43 yards on that drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Looking downfield, it's Morris. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. Jumped on top of the pile.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And the Cavaliers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Makes the grab. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
The Cavaliers will snap it on 1st and 10. Snagged in the middle. It's Ennis.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point anymore. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
And the Cavaliers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. To the ground with the back. There he goes. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, the good news is you got the 1st down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
To the air, it's Morris. Catch in the middle, it's Ennis. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
The Cavaliers come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Ennis. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Catch in the middle, it's Courtney. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
And the Cavaliers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. Touchdown, Cavaliers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Mizzou has him back on the offense coming out on the field. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. They'll try the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Tigers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Turning it on! He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Missouri comes to the line with another first down. On the option. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Running to the left. Plows through the defense. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
They'll try to power their way ahead. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back to throw, it's Morris. Quickly to the tight end. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
That's caught. It's Harris. picked up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.